Hi. In a previous video tutorial, I showed you how to enter a receipt from a customer against an individual invoice. Now this time I'm going to show you how to do this in batches. Now to do that, we need to select from the accounting menu, Customers, Receipts, New Receipt. And this will open up a screen that is in two parts. The bottom part of the screen shows all the invoices that are not fully paid, and at the top part of the screen, this is where we are going to process the actual payments. Now the way this screen works is, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click these three invoices. I don't know whether you've seen the video on how to enter invoices in batch, but these three were created using that process. And to tell Amanda that you're going to work with them, what you need to do is, first of all, you need to select these invoices. Oh, by the way, you can just display invoices for one particular customer. So if you have hundreds and hundreds of records, this is quite a useful feature. You can work on a customer at a time. But for this example, select the three invoices as I've done there, and then press the green arrow to add them up to the top part of the screen. Now this is really interesting because if you look at what's going on up here, for example, Amanda has added these invoices up together and has assumed that you are going to pay, or you're going to receive, the full amount of all of these invoices. And if that was the case, the only thing you'd need to do now would be to press Save. I'm just going to explain what these fields are at the top here and what they're used for. Now, the reference, this is a field that will be generated by Amanda when the receipt is actually saved. So nothing will appear there at the moment. The document date, again, as ever, you can accept today's date or you can change it. And this change will apply to all of the invoices that you're working on. You can change which bank account this payment is going to go into if you wish, and you can also change the type of payment. So it could be by cash or credit card. I don't even know whether postal orders exist anymore, but there you go. We can also have some payment dates and a VAT period. So by default they will always go into the current VAT period, but you can, if you so wish, change it to any other open VAT period. If you want to have a payment reference, you can enter it in there. And again, you can also change the description that's going to go alongside this particular receipt. Okay, as I said before, the system has calculated that automatically, and these grayed out fields, these are ones that can't be entered. So if we want to put in a part payment, all I need to do is click in the received box. I'll change that to 300. Click out of the received box, and can you see Amanda's automatically calculated or recalculated the payment. So once you're happy with all of this, all you need to do is press Save. And that's how simple it is to put in a payment against these three invoices. So if we now go back to the debtors list, now obviously the only one that's appearing on there now is Lansbury Business, but I want to show you something else on the debtors list. Do you see these filters on here? If I click Closed, it will show the two fully paid invoices because the system is treating those as closed, and you can tell that a payment's been received because they've got this plum coloured icon now, and the system's also reporting that these are locked because they are fully paid. Now I'm just going to go back to here, because the last thing I want to show you is the fact that on saving, a reference has been given. Now what this means is that this sales receipt reference will go against all of these documents, and we're going to have a look at that in a minute. But one thing you might want to do is to print a hard copy of this, and you have the print button there, or indeed you can export this into a spreadsheet if you so wish. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just quickly going to drill down into this actual invoice, and if we click on the receipt tab, you see there's a link. So that's how there is an audit trail of what's going on, and if you want to, you can click onto there and you can see that receipt. So again, another example of how Amanda, it's very easy to move around, it's very flexible. These drill down facilities are really useful and can save you an awful lot of time. So that's how to create receipts in bulk. Thank you for watching.